Shalom. I'm going to start by saying all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Yakim. Salutations and honors to the Yakim around the world, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai in truth and sincerity. All right, and with love. And with that, this is Brother Micaiah and Brother Adai Nawa from GMS Chicago. And I have a quick little lesson, something to keep in remembrance as far as being in this truth, in this little thing of ours, as far as being steadfast and being, attentive to the duties at hand, You can read what you got out?
Hebrews 6 and 11. I'm going to start at 10. It says, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
Now the Most High will keep in remembrance, the affection that you have in this thing, man. But what will your affection be towards? Your affection will be towards doing the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. I mean, you will show your love to the Akim, to the elder apostles, and to the elders all the way down unto the to the lower brothers, or not lower, but to other brothers. But keep going.
It says, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end.
And they desire that everyone would show the same diligence, that love and affection that you would have, that the elder apostles have, like Elder Tahar, all the way down, the affection that they have in this truth, man, 30-minute videos, or at least, the number of videos they put out, or how hard or how long they've labored, complete diligence, man. Diligence in this truth is important to a sustainable spirit. When I say sustainable spirit, I mean something that is edifying and will stay edifying, and nothing just going off over the deep end, man.
That's important. You said that too about that last statement. When you're diligent, you're constantly involved in these scriptures. You're constantly involved in edification, doing the work. That's gonna be that will sustain you, man. All right, because the more you labor, the more you work, the more you filling your spirit up with things that are necessary for it, man. Because it causes you to recall to lean on the scriptures, all right, when you're in trouble, man, or when you're going through things, man. These scriptures are gonna be what sustains you, man.
Like you can compare it to a man that's traveling in the desert, there's lack of water, great lack of water, all right? And I say compared to a man traveling in the desert because in today's time, man, there's a lot of unstable ass doctrine in the world, man. When I say unstable doctrine, I mean false doctrine, man. A lot of false doctrine in the world. But you have to, and you can compare it to water, but let's say, you're going off this false ass doctrine, man. You're dehydrated of the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Just like a man that's traveling the desert for too long without drinking anything.
I'm gonna finish this off with 12. It says, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
Be not slothful in the faith, man. So when there comes to duties, when there comes to tasks at hand, something that pertains to a spiritual ideal, you make sure you get on that, man. Solely for the edification of the flock, man. All right? Can you get on 2 Peter 1 and 5?
The 2 Peter 1 and 5. It says in 2 Peter 1 and 5. And besides this, you in all diligence to add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness, charity.
So in the showing of your diligence, man, you will obtain these things. Slaki, can you read that again?
God. 1 Peter 1:5. And besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge.
It says, given this, add to your diligence, virtue, knowledge, man. When you're really hungry in this thing, you will obtain a lot of knowledge. And virtue is very important as well. To be virtuous in the scriptures, to be versed in the scriptures. That's a serious weapon. Or not to say weapon, I mean you can consider it that, but for you to be versed in the scriptures and the knowledge of the doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, you can do some serious edification, man. Some serious edification. You can consider yourself a toenail, man, in the body of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You can consider yourself the tongue. You can consider yourself an eyelash, an earlobe. But it is still an important part of the body, man. All right? Keep going.
It says, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience.
To knowledge temperance. Temperance means having control, man. Because in the scriptures, man, you learn how to be a fucking man. You learn how to have self-control. All right, knowing when not to speak and when not to be a lion. All right?
It says, and to patience, godliness, and to godliness, brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness, charity.
Now the godliness, that's a beautiful thing in itself for you to be considered God-like because you're following the doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? And then brotherly kindness. Brotherly kindness, man. When you all you got to do is keep the laws and then you're being brotherly already. Treat your brother the way you would be treated, man. That's it. As far as treating your brother. Letting brotherly love continue. And then charity. That also falls in the same bracket. But in your diligence, for your affectionate love you have for this truth, your diligence will show that, man. All right. Can you all go down to verse 10?
Okay. 1 Peter, 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if ye do these things, you shall never fall.
You have to give diligence to make your calling and election sure. So how would you give diligence to make your calling and election sure? All right, okay, there's no guarantee that we have a ticket on the chariot. There's no guarantee that we do. There's no guarantee that we don't. But our faith, considering how we're working in this thing, and we are faith-based Israelites, it will make you work twice as hard, man. It'll make you work twice as hard to make your calling and election sure, to at least attempt to have a serious ideal of actually wanting to be saved by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai instead of being a 2/3 nigga, man. That's gonna be fucking destroyed by ICBM nuclear missile fire.
You know what? It also says, so wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if we do these things, you shall never fall. So the scripture always the scripture talk about being occupied in the prophecies. All right. So when you're being diligent, all right, you're trying to make sure that you get a spot on that whip, man, which is the chariot. Because what the scripture say, to fear God, to keep His commandments is the whole duty of man. All right, so we gotta be diligent in the laws and the laws, statutes, commandments, and practice those things, man. All right, to constantly keep those things in remembrance, so you can attain to be a better brother, man.
Okay. The scriptures also tell you to measure thou the time diligently. All right, to pay constant attention to things, and you'll notice when things change. You can compare the things that happened in the past to things that are happening now, and to things that will happen, in the forward time, man.
You got some more?
I mean,
What's up?
I ain't even getting enough.
Oh shoot, I got something. This is Proverbs 13:4. The soul of the sluggard desireth and have nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. You know, because if you're out here and you're half-assed doing the work, okay, not being diligent, you know, not doing the thing that I said before you, as far as your daily reading, getting edified, watching videos, doing edification videos. All right, it says the soul of the sluggard desireth and have nothing. Well, you can't ask for a gift or ask for a reward if you haven't earned it, man. If you haven't worked for it. All right, because the sluggard is going to sit here and make excuses if you can find an excuse. Because when you're being slothful and being a sluggard and doing your work, all right, when it's time to get paid, and you get paid the amount of the work you do, right? Mm-hmm. So you're gonna be coming out with less, man. Mm-hmm. All right, because you've done less.
The short stick, man.
The short stick, huh? It said, "But the soul of the diligent shall be made fat." All right, because the ones that are seeking the Lord, and the ones that are out here making their call to election sure, thirsting for this water, we're gonna be made fat. How? Because we have some understanding, and we're looking for a greater reward, man, than the rest of you guys, man. You know, you got people out here who come to the camp, you know, and they listen. You know, they might go home and half-ass, you know, attempt to do something. You know, they might even go out there and tell somebody that they're Israel, right? But they think that's all there is to it, just knowing that you're Israelite, man. You know, but there's more to it. All right, I got see. All right, this is Titus. Slack it. It says 2 Peter 3:14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent that you may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. You know, because when we, you know what, matter of fact, I'm gonna start up. Right, I'm gonna start it on 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Now, then we just read in 2 Peter 1 that being diligent, work of patience and temperance godliness, mm-hmm. All right, and brotherly love. Okay. All right, so we gotta be diligent in those things. Why? Because what manner of person you're gonna be when y'all shall come back, man? All right, because it's gonna talk about the talents, right?
It does.
All right, so the Lord will give you a talent, and you're gonna sit on it. And when you come back, you're gonna expect Him to reward you, man. Reward you for what? You haven't done no work, man. You weren't diligent. Okay. This is verse 12. Looking for and hastening unto the coming day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to His promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, that ye may be found of Him in peace, without spot and blameless. Right, because if you're constantly doing the work, when y'all shall come back, you know, although it's gonna be a scary sight when you crack the clouds, right? But we want to be found. We want Him to come to us in peace, man.
Not without blemish.
Exactly. We don't want to be caught in the Most High's wrath, man. Right? That's what his brother brought out in that 2 Peter or the Hebrews. All right, make it call an election sure. All right, because when the master come back, man, which is Yahweh Shai, you want to be found doing the things that He asked you to do, man. Keeping a hand on the plow, you know, not looking back, pressing toward that mark, you know. Go ahead on that one. Come on. Salaki, I can. First Thessalonians.
Is I got a scripture. This is to back up what the brother has said. This is Revelations chapter 16, verse 15. It says, "Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame." Now, blessed is a man that continues to do this work with diligence, man. Because when that diligence show, the time when Yahushua returns, he does say he come as a thief. You don't know when you get robbed. All right? It just happens. All right? So when the Most High, when Yahushua comes and when Yahushua returns in the flesh, all right, and he sees you diligently doing the work, hey, man, your shame won't be seen, man. Because there is no shame in doing the work of Yahushua. But there is shame in not being diligent and showing affectionate love to doing the work of Yahushua, man. All right?
Philippians 3 and 14. You know what? I'm going to start at 13. "Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but there's one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto the things which are before." Because sometimes you get in the truth and you get down about the things that you've done in the past, right? But you can't let that stop you from pressing on, man. Mm-hmm. All right? Because to be diligent, you got to continue into something, man.
Continuing things in which you were taught.
Perfect, man. You know, the only way you're gonna continue is to be diligent, man. All right. It says this in verse 13. "Brethren, I count not myself," verse 14. "I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahushua Mashiach." You know, and that's the whole thing, that we gotta look ahead and press toward that mark, man. Pressing toward that mark is being diligent in searching the scriptures. All right, being diligent in doing those acts of your camp leaders and elders, your videos, your sit downs, your classes, being brotherly, paying attention on the line. You know, all those things count to being diligent, man. You know, you hold something? Hold on. Damn, I just had that second Thessalonians.
I can't find the scripture you called for.
I'll see if I can find it.
Though we can find an excuse to his going.
I guess that was it, man.
You know, with that, Yahweh willingness was edifying to the elect, man. All right, and I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to you, Akim, around the world, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, in truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.
Shalom.